Let's have a quick conversation about Bluehost Domain Registrar, and this is a review of the tool to see if this is really worth it for you, okay? In a nutshell, when you think about Bluehost Domain Registrar, you have to think about scalability and dependability. So Bluehost emerges as a dependable domain name registrar, boasting a very user-friendly and secure platform coupled with satisfactory customer support. I mean, what we love about Bluehost is the satisfactory customer support. It's just fantastic. So while its domain management capabilities and assistance are commendable, some drawbacks are evident. Notably, what we have seen is that you have the persistent upselling of additional services and relatively higher cost compared to alternatives. But despite these limitations, if you prioritize a seamless domain management and reliable support, you definitely will find Bluehost a compelling choice, especially when it comes to scalability. Now, it's important to understand that they are going to upsell you all the time. So if you can overlook the occasional upselling efforts and are willing to accommodate the slightly higher pricing in exchange for the platform's overall performance and user support, you will find actually Bluehost very interesting and very efficient, really. Especially again, if you're thinking about scalability, if you want to maybe host multiple websites with them, you want to have multiple domain names with them, then it really becomes interesting as long as you are going for scalability, okay? Economies of scale. So what are the pros and cons of Bluehost as a domain registrar in a nutshell? The pros first. This domain registrar offers seamless integration, allows you to manage both domain and hosting from a unified platform. So that's really cool because it really helps you to have a holistic view of your operation. And Bluehost offers adequate customer support 24/7, 365. So that's really fantastic. What about the drawbacks here? Well, I want to come back to what I said about the upselling efforts. I mean, Bluehost they will go crazy gung ho on trying to upsell you. So Bluehost is known for persistent upselling efforts, and they place primary emphasis on web hosting. The domain registrar thing is like a side gig, quote unquote side gig for them. And this tool lags in providing advanced privacy features. So if privacy is important for you, you might want to think about other players. So what is the target audience here? When we think about Bluehost Domain Registrar, what kind of a target audience should we think about? Who Bluehost Domain Registrar is best for? Well, consider Bluehost Domain Registrar if you need a straightforward and user-friendly platform for registering and managing domains without dealing with overly complex features. If you are already using Bluehost for, let's say, web hosting and wants to manage both hosting and domain services from a unified platform, which is a pretty good itinerary anyway. It's a very smart way of doing things. And consider also a Bluehost Domain Registrar if you prefer to have all of your website related services in one place, including hosting and domain management, etc. Okay. Now, you can see that Bluehost actually offers offers efficiency, offers effectiveness, offers a holistic approach, so an all-in-one approach. So domain, web hosting, website building. By the way, Bluehost also has a website builder sort of service. Okay. So now Bluehost Domain Registrar is not right for certain categories of entrepreneurs, certain categories of clients. So consider other domain registrars that offer broader options if you have specific and advanced domain management requirements. If you seek a wide array of advanced domain related features, especially if you are working on, let's say, an e-commerce website, for example, that drives a lot of traffic, consider other domain registrars also if you prefer to separate your domain registration from your hosting provider. Some people like to do that because you do not want to put all your eggs in the same basket, which is really understandable anyway. It's really understandable. So if that's your strategy, then you want to really choose somebody else. Don't go with Bluehost at all. Consider actually other domain registrars also if you manage large enterprises with complex and intricate domain management needs, such as complex DNS setups, custom security requirements, or extensive domain portfolios. So this is something where Bluehost Domain Registrar is not really good at right now, at least as of the date of this show. Let's talk about the offer here. So when we think about Bluehost Domain Registrar, what kind of offer do we have? So Bluehost Domain Registrar offers you the following range of services and features designed to really help you facilitate domain registration and management. So first of all, you have domain registration, domain transfer, domain management tools. You have integration with Bluehost hosting. You have 24/7 customer support. Let me break it down a little bit for you. So when we talk about domain registration, Bluehost allows you to register new domains quickly and easily. The registration process is straightforward, and you can search for available domain names directly through the Bluehost website. So that's really fantastic in terms of efficiency. And domain transfer. If you already own a domain and want to transfer it to Bluehost, this registrar facilitates the domain transfer process. This is useful for you to consolidate your domain and hosting services in one place. You have domain management tools. So Bluehost provides a very user-friendly control panel for managing domains. And the cool thing is that you can update DNS settings, set up domain forwarding, and make other adjustments through the intuitive interface. And when we talk about integration, you are talking integration with Bluehost hosting, of course, because Bluehost primarily is a website hosting sort of service. So if you also use Bluehost for hosting services, the integration between Bluehost Domain Registrar and Bluehost hosting allows for seamless management of both domain and hosting services from a single platform. And you have, if you love a 24/7 customer support, you will love Bluehost for that. I think I said this a little earlier. So Bluehost provides customer support to assist with domain related inquiries. So you can reach out to Bluehost support team through various channels, including actually live chat, phone, and email. So that's really fantastic. And so in terms of the details here, the pricing is pretty interesting. The pricing, you have the basic plan, the Choice Plus, the online store, and the Pro. Now the Pro really depends on how far you want to go. Okay, the interface is really interesting. The registrar provides a user-friendly control panel that allows you to easily manage your domain. So that's really fantastic. You have security features. You have additional services. As a matter of fact, Bluehost Domain Registrar may offer additional services such as email accounts associated with registered domains. This allows you to create custom email addresses using their domain names, contributing to a professional online presence. So that's really cool. So what are the differentiators here? So where does the Bluehost Domain Registrar really stand out? First of all, you have integration with Bluehost hosting, right? Bluehost Domain Registrar seamlessly integrates with Bluehost hosting services. And so this is really cool. You have a user-friendly interface. So you have an intuitive control panel. And Bluehost offers a user-friendly control panel for domain management. And so this is kind of cool. And you don't need to have a PhD in programming to use the tool, because it really is really user-friendly. You have reliability and reputation. So industry reputation. Bluehost has been in the business for a while now. They have been an established player. So when you think about web hosting, Bluehost is really well known. And they're known for the reliability and quality of their service. So this is kind of cool. Users actually often choose Bluehost Domain Registrar based on the reputation of the parent company, expecting a high standard of service. You have security features. You know, Bluehost Domain Registrar incorporates standard security features to protect registered domains, especially the whois data process. So that's an important element to think about. Now, where does a Bluehost Domain Registrar fall short? Well, you have limited features for advanced users. If you are an advanced user, you might actually not like what you have here. And so this is it is what it is. So if you have specific and advanced domain management needs, you might find the feature set of Bluehost limited compared to more specialized competitors. The pricing also, you may find Bluehost Domain Registrar pricing slightly higher compared to other domain registrars on the market. And, if you are on a tight budget or looking for the most cost-effective domain registration option, you might actually explore other players. And Bluehost actually wants to have an emphasis on hosting. So Bluehost, as I said a little earlier, their primary focus is on web hosting. And while the company's domain registration services are reliable, this registrar might not cater as comprehensively to you if you prioritize domain-related features over hosting. I mean, Bluehost wants you to really have a service with them, actually hire them for their web hosting services. And you also have less customization and flexibility. So you have standardized services. So Bluehost Domain Registrar offers a standard set of services. And so you really might want to consider other registrars with a wide range of choices if you want more options for customizing and managing your domain, especially when it comes to scalability. So let's talk about the specs here. So how do you acquire a Bluehost domain registrar, like a Bluehost domain actually? Basically, you just have to visit Bluehost website, okay? Search for the desired domain. It's pretty straightforward. Select the domain that you found. I mean, first of all, the domain has to be available, right? And if it is available, just select the domain. So once you find that, add it to your cart and proceed to the checkout process. So pretty straightforward. Once again, nothing really complicated. Bluehost has made it very simple for all users to actually buy a domain from them and actually use their domain registrar services. And so provide contact information. So during the registration process, you will need to provide your contact information, including your name, address, email, and phone number. So if you are already a Bluehost client, especially on the web hosting side, then they have your data already. So they don't need it anymore. You just have to log into your web hosting account and actually buy the domain actually from there. And so you got to really choose also the registration period, because a domain is actually it's kind of similar to you renting a house, right? So you have to pay. It's actually limited in terms of timing. So you can have the domain for 1 year, for 2 years, for 10 years, for 5 years. So you have to actually select the registration period for your domain, which is typically available in yearly increments. So be very careful here in terms of your choices. And then you complete the purchase. So enter your payment information and complete the purchase to acquire the domain through Bluehost. So we're speaking about entering your credit card information or your debit card information, and that's the card they're going to use to bill you every year or every month, depending on the tier that you have chosen. And then you have to manage your domain. So after acquiring the domain from Bluehost, you can manage it through Bluehost domain management tools, which may include options for DNS management, domain forwarding, and domain privacy settings. Okay, and again, the thing is that when it comes to domain management, you have a very heavily regulated field. So Bluehost is making sure that they have covered their ass on that front in terms of compliance. So what are the alternatives to Bluehost Domain Registrar? You have a lot of players. You have GoDaddy, for instance. You have Google Domains. You have name.com. You have DreamHost. You have a lot of players. So when we talk about GoDaddy, for instance, you have one of the OGs when it comes to domain registration. So GoDaddy stands out as one of the largest global domain registrars, providing a diverse range of additional services such as hosting and website builders. Known for its frequent promotions and discounts, GoDaddy offers an extensive area of domain extensions to choose from. And the cool thing is it has a straightforward user interface that simplifies domain management. So this is kind of cool. And so try this out, especially if you have technical expertise. Then you have Google Domains. Google Domains was sold to Square not long ago. But basically the thing is that you already have a very attractive options when it comes to domain registration experience. Then you have name.com. And name.com actually distinguishes itself with competitive pricing, offering an affordable option for domain registration. Its user-friendly interface and a variety of domain management tools make this platform accessible to users of all experience levels. You also have DreamHost. Okay, DreamHost actually is kind of cool also because it has transparent pricing. You also have a great area, a great activity around whois privacy protection. But that's really fantastic. So what are the customer reviews here? When we think about Bluehost, what kind of customer reviews should we be thinking about? Well, based on various customer reviews, Bluehost a domain registrar demonstrates reliability and ease of use, earning a lot of kudos for its secure platform and customer support. So this is really good. Tech Radar, for instance, praises its user-friendly interface, the company's user-friendly interface and security measures, while noting upselling and more moderately high pricing as potential drawbacks. G2, for its analysis, actually present a mixed picture, reflecting a set of diverse experiences across diverse aspects of the service. Forbes actually rated this tool pretty high as well, so that's really an important element to think about. So let me give you a few pro tips before we close this conversation. So when you think about Bluehost Domain Registrar, you gotta really think about what you're looking for, right? Consider building domain registration with hosting services for a unified management experience, because this can really simplify tasks and streamline through a single provider. You want to opt for domain privacy protection, especially if it's not included for free. And this shields personal information from public whois databases, reducing spam and unwanted solicitations. You want to evaluate the availability of features such as email hosting, website builders, and SSL certificates. Okay, and this is not just for Bluehost though, for domain registrars in general. And some registrars, by the way, provide comprehensive solutions beyond domain registration. So this sort of goes back to what you're looking for. If you're just looking for a domain registration only, then you want to stick with the provider. But if you want to look for other services, then it really makes sense to explore. You want to investigate the registrar's customer support reputation. Reliable support is crucial for timely assistance with domain-related issues or inquiries. You want to understand the domain transfer policies of the registrar. So some registrars, actually including Bluehost, make it easy to transfer out, while others may have restrictions or additional fees. So you got to see what really works for the registrar and what actually works for you. So here's a recap here. So the conclusion here is that Bluehost Domain Registrar offers a reliable and user-friendly platform for domain registration and management. It stands out for its seamless integration with Bluehost hosting services, making it a very convenient choice for individual and small businesses seeking an all-in-one solution. The user-friendly interface, industry reputation, and standard security features contribute to its appeal, really, when you think about it. However, and this is a big however to have, it may not actually be the best fit if you're a user with an advanced or specialized domain needs, or if you are on a tight budget. So while Bluehost Domain Registrar excels in certain areas, you should carefully actually consider your specific requirements and preferences before making a decision. Okay, this will help you a lot. And so overall, it remains a solid choice for you if you prioritize simplicity, okay, and integration with the Bluehost domain management experience. So what are the closing arguments here? To this conversation, I gave you a review of Bluehost Domain Registrar. I spoke to you in a nutshell, the target audience, the offer, the differentiators, the specs, the pro tips, and now the closing arguments. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.